So we study mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. Specifically, we ask how mitochondrial energy generating machinery, the electron transport chain, is built. What proteins, what metals are required to build this machinery, and how these proteins and metals like copper get into mitochondria. And when you don't have that, it causes genetic diseases. And we study those diseases such as Menkes disease. And we are trying to find out how we can develop a deeper understanding of these unanswered fundamental questions and develop drugs to bring in those metals when there are genetic mutations. We use yeast Saccharomyces cerevisiae. We do a lot of genetics with it. We do genetic screens to identify new genes in the pathways we study. Mammalian cell culture. So we have human patient cell lines for those genes where mutations are identified, causes genetic diseases. Zebrafish, to study the developmental effect of the genes we study. And we use mouse model too. So 4 different model organisms. I meet with a student on a bi-weekly basis. This is more on a small group, 2 or 3 students, based on their project, where they talk about the work that they've done in the last 2 weeks and the work they plan to do in the next 2 weeks. And then we have these lab meetings, which is a weekly lab meeting. And there, one student from my group, once a semester, to present his or her work. And so that's sort of the cycle that we have in my lab. And of course, students are, anytime welcome to come and, talk to me if they're having some special issues anytime this week. When students become intellectually independent and they are able to achieve their goal. If I'm able to train students who feel confident at the end of their PhD, they were able to publish papers, make important discoveries, present at national, local, and international conference, and are ready for an independent career, be it in academia or industry. So I take my mentoring super seriously, and when students, right from the very beginning when they join my lab, I ask them, what is their career goal? And some students know they want to be in academia, some students they know they want to be in industry, and many don't really know they're open to either of them. But as time goes, they develop their liking and they realize that this is what they're good at, or this is what they want to do, be in industry or be in academia. They like that type of independence that academia offers. My current students then, they're able to interact with the former students of the lab, and they've got employments that way. So I do connect them with my former students, for my colleagues who are in industry. And in terms of academia, so I share my experience on a sort of regular basis. What is life like? That's how I sort of train them for life in this domain.